GPS admits it did work on a lawsuit that involved the Russian attorney. She was representing a Russian holding company, Prevazon, charged in New York with money laundering. Of course, it was Fusion GPS, which commissioned Christopher Steele, a former British intelligence agency, to dig up opposition research, or rather create opposition research, on then-candidate Donald Trump. An opposition research dossier containing false allegations about Trump. The entire dossier has been discredited. And it was Senator John McCain who delivered a dossier, that dossier, to FBI Director James Comey late last year. Joining me now, Congressman Louie Gohmert, a member of the House Judiciary Committee, former judge and attorney. Great to have you here. Your reaction to, first, let's start, if we may, in some sequence. A immigration parole that was given by the Attorney General, then Attorney General, Loretta Lynch. But a reading of the statute that makes it possible to create this waiver says Secretary, as in Secretary of Homeland Security. What is going on? How did Loretta Lynch, if you know, how did she get involved in this?
I don't know how she got involved, but it's obvious that that Russian attorney was here on Capitol Hill and apparently had a lot more success with Democrats she was lobbying than with Republicans. And, you know, normally to be sitting behind an ambassador like she was, you showed the picture, but right. Ambassador
We've got it over your shoulder right now.
Yeah. So, you know, I've been in no telling how many hearings, and you don't normally have your enemies behind you. You have people that can slip you a note and give you information, things like that, that sit directly behind you, especially if you are the kind of protected status of ambassador. But of course, we also know during the Obama administration, they didn't protect their ambassadors. They left them to die, for example, in Benghazi. But most administrations do anything they can to help and support their ambassador. You don't allow an enemy to sit behind you at a hearing. It just doesn't happen. That's pretty amazing. And so all of this is just outrageous. And then I'm deeply troubled by the Trump appointments testimony before the Senate. Lou, this is ridiculous, all this talk about, you know, I wouldn't take a loyalty pledge. Look, as somebody like President Trump, who had had more leaks, maybe several times, I think I read several times as many leaks as Obama or Bush, he's looking for somebody that's not going to run around and leak stuff, and which in Comey's case apparently is a crime. He's looking for somebody that's going to be loyal. He's not asking for anybody to break the law.
Well, I got to be honest with you. All of that, you know, you can add it all up. And Christopher Wray's entire attitude, didn't want to meet alone with the president. Won't take a loyalty oath. And he talked repeatedly. He sounded like James Comey's little brother talking about an independent FBI. Where the hell do these people find anything in law that says that it's an independent agency? It is not.
That little agency has no authority under the Constitution whatsoever, that does not have the president as the conduit through which that power goes. It comes through the president. Now, we know that there are loyalty, and President Obama was able to have more of it, obviously. Unfortunately for President Trump, the Democrats have chosen to leave between 100 and 200 people that he needs to help. So they've still got Obama appointees out there doing things.
Congressman, I got a question for you. There's all this talk about an independent FBI, whether it's James Comey, Christopher Wray. You know, where the hell were the people during the Obama administration reminding Loretta Lynch and reminding Eric Holder that they were an independent agency and had no business doing whatsoever the president's bidding, which they did daily and obviously?
That's right. And I have no problem with Loretta Lynch, Janet Napolitano, Jay Johnson, any of these people being loyal to the president. I would expect it if I were president. But the problem is when they collude themselves to actually violate the law, and it appears it happened over and over and over
again. Well, to find
again.
that out, of course, we will have to have a Republican Congress and a Republican Senate with the brains, the principles, and the fortitude to actually investigate all of the obvious
Well, Lou, I've got some really bad news for you. Really bad news. Tonight, right before I came on the air, we have found out in the NDAA that's going to authorize the money for the defense. Our soldiers, sailors, Marines, all of our military can have sex change operations with the precious money that made our Navy almost obsolete, our planes obsolete. And we had an amendment, Vicki Hartzler had the amendment to knock that out so you couldn't spend money on sex change. Commander said, hey, we lose that. He said, I lose a soldier for 2 years minimum. The hormonal treatment leading up, then the surgery, then the treatments afterwards.
I think with that,
we voted to leave that in to sex change. So if you want to look for a smart Congress, I'm not finding it right here. I'm not, Lou. I'm sorry.
Congressman, this is a news break here that Congress is not smart, but we're going to give you full attribution.
They couldn't even get those slots for military members while they're tied up for 2 years and they can't be deployed. And that's what we're going to do with our money. We're not acting very smart right now.
You have exceeded yourself this evening, and we appreciate talking with you. Thanks so much.